Yeah, I just wanted to do a little check-in because I'm on this road trip here and I'm really excited about all the projects and everything that's in the works right now. It's really cool. But I also like I have this like longing in my heart to just do right by every person that ever hits subscribe on this channel, because I don't want to make these videos for views. I want to make these videos to actually like help you. And I was listening to like a podcast class, whatever, about like content, and he was talking about like how it's not even from a business perspective and from like a philosophical perspective, it's not about views and subscribers. And those are, I think for me growing up, have always been like vanity metrics to make up for like a fragile self-concept, I guess, that's very much dependent upon external validation and the approval of others. And so like having that number is like my external validation meter going up and up, and it's very easy for me in my heart to just chase views, to be completely honest with you. Like that first, I don't know, the why I wake up at 4 a.m. to run video, when I saw that hit, whatever, I don't know, it's at like 800 views right now, which is not like anything crazy, but to me, it feels like a big deal. And it's really exciting just to see that it's resonating with anybody. Because sometimes I feel like I'm just like crazy. I mean, I love being a little crazy, but it's been like a spiritual challenge to not get caught up in growing the numbers, and instead just paying attention to like, why am I actually doing this, and who am I trying to serve, and how am I trying to serve them. And I always remember, like, when I first came up with Righteous Grind, I remember just being so excited about it, because I just wanted to create real content. Like, I just wanted to be real with people. I wanted to just record the grind and share the journey, and like share the process of just getting after it, or just being in a random parking lot. And I've made videos like this so many times and I've never posted them. So it's been a challenge for me, because there's that like, internal censor inside of you that says like, I don't want to share this because I think it might not get good views, so I'm just not going to share it. Instead of sharing it because I want to share this with people because I want to serve them, and I just want to bring them a real experience. Yeah, so that's been a challenge for me to like mentally self-control in not getting caught up over here and like the numbers and like how many views is it getting, and like how much is it actually impacting each person that actually sees it. So I just wanted to give you that update, because like as Righteous Grind continues to grow forward, the goal is community. The goal is getting after it together. When I visualize Righteous Grind, I visualize like a bunch of homies, and eventually like I want to see like everybody doing this, not just guys. I just assume, like I look at my analytics and it's usually guys who tune into me. I don't know. But I see this vision of like people PTing together, getting up at 4 a.m. to go on runs together. We're doing our first camping trip in like 2 weeks, and we're gonna do cold plunges, and we're gonna camp out, and we're gonna make like super high quality nutritious food. And I'm so excited about all of it, because that was the vision that I had for it 2 years ago when I first thought of like, oh, Righteous Grind, and the whole idea was like really making this like hustle pure, and making it about relationships, making it about your connection with God, and really becoming the righteous man that God calls you to be. That is the fulfillment. That is the joy, and that's where the joy for me comes in. I was sitting in the car today, and I'm not even gonna kid you, for 3 hours straight, I just sat in boredom. I set this boredom timer for myself for 90 minutes the first time. And it dragged on for the first 15 minutes felt like eternity. And the traffic on 95 was trash, okay? And then the next little bit of time wasn't quite as bad. It was still like a little draggy. I was still kind of checking it and being like, how much more time do I have until I can like listen to a podcast or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm so sore right now. That's why I'm stretching, because I've been sitting in the car for the last 3 hours, bored. But after the first like 30 minutes kicked in, bro, all of a sudden time just disappeared, and I was just like, I was having so much fun just feeling the air on my skin, or just breathing and noticing weird things on the road, or like funny expressions on people's faces, just totally random stuff, not like, interesting stuff. But I think there is this value to boredom and embracing boring life and boring content and real life content and real life experiences that aren't drawn up to be these like grand things to get bajillions of views or to impress people a certain way, like to make them think you're this or that, because real life sometimes like is supposed to be boring. It's okay to like just sit and think for 3 hours and not listen to any podcasts, or not check your phone, or not feel the need to listen to music. It's okay to just sit still and sit on a rocking chair and think for a little bit. That's not a bad thing. And I think one of the challenges with our culture, especially for guys, and it's different for women too, but I wouldn't know because I'm not a woman. But for guys, that pressure to like constantly be on the aggressive, constantly be on the grind, always improving, always getting better and better and better, and outproducing and outperforming the competition. I just don't know how like, I don't know how valuable that is, considering at least the mainstream content that gets to kids and the kind of like message that's getting in their heads is very much not, it's not programming them to be like real. It's programming us to like puff our chests out and try to spray on the physique and the appearance and the look of success and happiness, but completely devoid and detached from the actual meaning of it. Like the meaning of success and happiness is not like what you see on Instagram. Because life isn't a collection of squares, dude. It's not. It's way more dynamic than that, and it's way more boring as well. But the boring things are the good things in life. Like this sunset right now, dude, this is so sick. I'm just sitting here yapping, and I'm loving it. And I've had a great day today, and I sat in the car and did nothing for 3 hours. And you know what happened in those 3 hours, man? All of a sudden, I had like bursts of clarity where just ideas started flowing, and I just was smiling for no reason. I was like, I stopped being so grumpy and tripping because, I just kind of had to let the tension and the thoughts dissipate a little bit. I know this is like totally all over the place rant, but that's kind of what I told you coming into this. So, hey, if you're in the beginning of this video or if you're in the middle of this video, I'm about to do a rant. There's my hook. Psh, real life stuff. Okay. Yeah, but like, I love being bored, because the fruit of boredom is creativity and original thinking and clarity and a level of like mental stillness that you can't achieve from anything but boredom. Really. It's not even necessarily meditation, although I think meditation's great. It's just unstructured hours of boredom in which you don't have an objective, there's no goal, there's no intention. You have to just deal, and your brain is gonna squirm for the first like 20 minutes. You're just gonna be like, get me out of here. And that's a good sign. That's a sign that you're reconditioning your brain. So that's the only thing I learned from the road trip so far. I really haven't been doing much, but now that I'm listening to this, podcast right now about like, how to grow a YouTube channel the right way, I just want to make sure that everybody who's tuning in is about the righteous grind and about the real life stuff, and about the 4 a.m. club, and just about being a good man. And like that's the message I want to bring across. I don't really know, like, I don't really want to try to like conflate it too much and put it up into this pedestal that people want to click on. So I just want to get that out of the way before I keep making videos, because I have some videos in the queue right now, and I have a couple projects. I got a book coming up, And I've got just some more cool communities and tools and courses for you coming along. But I really want to keep it, really just want to keep it real, man. I remember like listening to NF's content as a kid and always being like, why does he always talk about keeping it real? And I think I'm starting to get it now. It's because like as soon as you start to try to build something, it's so easy to get caught up in like the numbers and the appearance of it and like the validation of it versus the actual reality of it. And the reality of it is like 4 guys sitting around a campfire, making jokes, sitting in silence, loving Jesus, glorifying God, eating steak, jumping in the freezing river, just doing basic stuff. It's not like, I don't really see it as much more fancy than that. Maybe someday we'll have a mastermind, but right now it's about like, how do we actually re-engage with real life? And it's boredom, it's real friends, it's good friends, it's PTing, it's waking up early, man. Waking up early is so good for you. I'm not gonna go on a 4 a.m. rant because you've heard enough of that if you've seen this channel before. So I'm just gonna peace out with that, get your boredom in today. And if you do like this channel, there's a lot more, hopefully real life content on here. So you should subscribe because we're gonna keep doing this. Otherwise, I'm peace out. Bye. Righteous grind.